If I ever touch $1 million, which I will, and have $1 billion, it's gonna be hard for me to go broke. I'm gonna be living like I ain't got no motherfucking money. I'm not about to buy no $500,000 house just because I got $1 million. I'm not buying no brand new ass car that's than a 300,000. I'm not doing that shit. You can say that now, name, but what if you actually get it? It's raps. I'm acting like I don't got it, bro. I'm gonna invest in that shit and I'm gonna leave it alone and let that money keep making money. I don't know how these millionaires, billionaires is going broke. I don't see it. Y'all saying Floyd Mayweather is going broke, bro? I honestly don't believe it. I don't know. You probably ain't got that $1 billion no more. We're going broke is insane. That's insane,
The
bro.
walls are
Ain't no
caving in
way.
on Floyd Mayweather, and he can no longer do the one thing he has always done to solve
Ain't
his
no way.
problems: fight. Boxing didn't just make Floyd a Hall of Famer, it also made him filthy rich. He has earned an estimated $1.2 billion over his entire career.
$1 billion is crazy, bro. Just by throwing hands, bro. $1 billion is crazy. That is crazy. He can give everybody in the world dinner $1. You know what I'm saying?
But today, he is pawning off his watches to pay off debts, running from multi-million-dollar tax bills from the IRS, bobbing and weaving child support payments, promoting questionable crypto coins, going toe-to-toe with countless lawsuits, and gambling the rest of the cash that he does have. As a result, many are calling him broke, which is something 50 Cent had been trying to warn us about for well over a decade.
Does Floyd Mayweather, is he as rich as we think he is? No.
Floyd Money Mayweather's business mogul persona is looking like nothing more than a facade. He has desperately tried to convince you that he has made calculated investments alongside a team of business geniuses.
I made very, very smart investments.
But there is a very real possibility that Floyd cannot read, which means he likely couldn't understand the deals he was getting into.
Bro, is that true, bro? Can Floyd Mayweather, can he really not read, bro? Is that true, bro? So you telling me he just signing shit and not even reading it, or don't know how to read and just signing shit because he got zeros on that motherfucker? Y'all really telling me this motherfucker cannot read? That's crazy. What's on that paper? 550,000 mil? 45 million? I'm just gonna sign it. I can't read the shit any motherfucking way. I'm just gonna sign that shit. Just give me my money. Ain't no way y'all saying he can't read. Floyd, bro, I hope you can read, bro. I hope that's just a myth. They just making this shit up, bro. Ain't no motherfucking way.
Dumb on purpose. And now that he can't fight his way into another multi-million-dollar payday, he is looking like he's going to be the guy who earned generational wealth only to blow it all in one generation. This is how it happened. Floyd Mayweather Sr. was arrested on drug trafficking charges, convicted, and sentenced to 5 years in prison in 1993, which...
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it.
It's possible to make generational wealth and blow that bitch in the same generation. That gotta be studied, bro.
Insight into the trauma Floyd experienced as a child.
My mother was on drugs. My dad been shot by my mother brother. I was right there. My dad had grabbed me, so was holding me in his arms when he got shot. My dad been in prison. And I've been through a lot.
Despite his chaotic upbringing, Floyd Jr. was determined to follow in his father's footsteps in the ring. He had a stellar amateur career, but in one of his last amateur fights, he lost in the Atlanta...
He didn't lose shit. He beat Buddy ass. He whooped his ass, bro. He tore his ass up. Boxing is so foo-foo. I'm not gonna lie to you. If the judges don't like you, the judges don't like you. They're not fucking with you. You can beat somebody, and they can still give it to the other dude, bro. Boxing is really hell. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Olympics against the Bulgarian Serafim Torodov. Floyd was not necessarily dominating the fight, but most people watching thought he would be the victor. Even the referee thought he should have
beat
won.
his
As the
ass.
announcer revealed Torodov was the winner.
Look at his just look at him. Look at the dude. That's not Floyd. He knew he lost. His whole body language tells it all. He knew he didn't win that shit. And when they raised that boy hand up, bro.
Ref lifted up Floyd's arms, seemingly confused. But while this kind of loss could have derailed other young athletes, Floyd said it only motivated him to become great.
The referee raised my hand because he thought I won. But I'm glad that the fight went like it went. Why? Because if it did, it made me work that much harder as a professional not to feel that same pain again.
So you believe losing that fight was the greatest thing that ever happened to Floyd Mayweather Jr.?
that was one of the best things that happened to me. One of the best things.
This setback was the perfect marketing storyline for his first official pro match against Roberto Apodaca. Promoters were building Floyd up as the young prodigy who got robbed at the Olympics, working as hard as he could to support his dad when
Pretty boy Floyd at this point. He wasn't Floyd Mayweather right now. He was pretty boy Floyd.
he got out of prison. And by all accounts, Floyd delivered. He took Roberto down in round 2 with an incredibly precise shot to the kidney. But the most impressive part for new fans was that he was basically untouchable due to near-perfect defense. However, becoming a professional fighter didn't immediately make him rich and famous. Floyd only made $2,500 in his debut fight. He had just signed to Top Rank, a fighting promotion ran by the legendary Bob Arum. Bob's job was to turn
motherfuckers getting paid $2,500 to step in a boxing ring and put your life on the line for $2,500, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
Fighters into stars. Top Rank put up the money to create Floyd's fights, negotiate television deals, find opponents, and slowly build his reputation. In return, they had the exclusive right to promote his fights and take a massive percentage of the money each event generated. All Floyd had to do was win, and he did. He earned the nickname Pretty Boy Floyd due to his remarkable speed and defense. His opponents barely ever hit him in the face, so he never really had any cuts or bruises. His nice guy look while being a savage knockout artist.
That's exactly how he made millions. Because the motherfucker couldn't lose, and everybody tuned in and paid just to see him lose. So that's putting money in his pocket. They wanted him to lose so bad that they're going to pay to watch the fight just to see if he lose. And all that money that they paying for going straight in Buddy pocket. That's how Floyd got rich. Because they wanted his ass to lose so bad, bro. So bad.
Artists got fans invested in him, and at this point in his career, he was much more humble, soft-spoken, and generally more passionate and emotionally invested in his fights. But as Floyd kept winning, he realized something strange. Everyone around him was making way more money than he was.
I took it upon myself to learn the business part of boxing. Why let a promoter keep majority of the money when he's not out there competing?
Mayweather desperately needed to renegotiate his business affairs. The problem was, making money in the ring and making money outside of it are two very different skills, and Floyd wasn't exactly prepared to be the big boss he thought he was. But real quick, I want to tell you about the sponsor of today's video, Simply Safe. Let's take a look at it in action. It's super easy to set the absolute brakes off Arturo Gatti. Despite this, Gatti was still considered the bigger draw, and actually
P. Gatti, man,
earned more money than Floyd. Now, $3.2 million was still an amazing payday for most boxers' standards, but he felt like he was getting less than he deserved. Mayweather had just purchased his...
Bro, look at that house, bro. Motherfucker get $3 million and he gonna buy a dumbass house, bro. I've been living somewhere in a small apartment studio with $3 million in my motherfucking savings.
First mansion in the Las Vegas Mountain Trails neighborhood for $3 million and needed to bring in multiple millions to sustain the lifestyle he wanted. Him and Bob Arum started disagreeing on Floyd's payouts, also referred to in boxing as the purse. Floyd felt that it was his work in the ring that got him the sold-out arenas, whereas Bob felt that the financial risk he took on Floyd for the past 10 years, building him up from a nobody to a superstar, is what gave him the authority to choose what Floyd should get paid. This is exactly the same type of situation when an artist is 4 albums deep into their recording contract and all of a sudden they say the label is evil and that they're taking too large of a percentage and that they should be allowed to be independent now. But when the label was spending millions of dollars promoting this artist when nobody knew them, everything was fine. Floyd was able to slowly get larger purses, receiving $4.3 million against Sharmba Mitchell, then $5 million against Zab Judah, but the breaking point came when Bob wanted Floyd to fight Antonio Margarito. Floyd demanded an $8 million purse, but Bob refused. He didn't believe the fight could generate enough money to justify paying Floyd that much. Betting on himself, Floyd paid roughly $750,000 to buy himself out of his contract with Top Rank. He walked away from the man who built his career and started his own company called Mayweather Promotions.
I think the best move that I ever made was leaving Top Rank. I was making, 7 figures with them, but once I left him,
that boy bought his own stuff out of his own contract. Get me the fuck out of here. You ain't about to tell me what the fuck I can make. I don't need you no more. Fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? I said I need $8 million. Give me that motherfucking $8 million. I'm walking. I don't know, Floyd. Got the fuck out of here. Floyd Promotion. Sign that shit and got the fuck on now. I ain't mad at you, Floyd. I got the fuck out of here
That
too.
was the best move I ever made in my whole career, was becoming my own boss.
It was the biggest gamble of his life. Instead of relying on somebody else, Floyd would now be 100% responsible for negotiating all of his business affairs. But this appeared to pay off almost immediately. His very next fight against Carlos
That's the
Baldomir
smartest thing he
earned
ever
him the
did.
exact $8 million purse he had been asking Bob Arum for. To Floyd, it looked like he had just proven everyone wrong, and he followed that up by stepping up to the biggest challenge of his life, fighting the legendary Oscar de la Hoya. Oscar was universally loved, called the Golden Boy with his nice guy personality, but Mayweather Jr. had a very similar image, and if he was going to sell this match, he would have to become the villain of American boxing.
Look me in the eye right now, Oscar. Look me in my eye.
I chose Shopify
The smartest
because
shit he ever did. That's how Kobe Covington came up. He had to become the villain. Dana White said, bro, you're not really selling no tickets like that, so we gonna have to cut you sooner or later. Kobe Covington was like, nah, you know what? I'm about to start doing every motherfucking thing I can to be an asshole so everybody can get to looking at me and want me to lose. That's how Kobe stayed around. Motherfucker gotta be the bad guy sometimes, I guess.
Beat you. I'm the top drawer.
Everybody can't be the nice guy. Somebody gotta be the villain, I guess, huh?
I chose to be the bad guy.
I'm gonna beat you till you respect me. I'm gonna beat you, I'm gonna make you call me pretty. I'm gonna beat you like that.
I'm still gonna be this.
Making a toast to me kicking Oscar.
Here we are in the biggest fight of our lives, and you have the pound for pound champion of the world acting like out of his mind. He couldn't control himself.
I'm gonna make it a rough and tough fight come May 5th.
I'm so scared. Hi, my name Oscar de la Hoya. I'm gonna do this. You ain't gonna do shit.
HBO's 24/7 gave fans a closer look at Mayweather's personality. One boxing journalist wrote, he was loud, he was obnoxious, he was arrogant, and he had no problem painting himself as the villain. He read the landscape and figured he could make money as the bad guy. If everyone wouldn't...
This how Adrian Broner would have ended up if he would have actually kept winning. That's what AB would have became a fucking billionaire. He had the disrespectful mouth. AB was talking cash shit, and he was backing it up. His mouth was more disrespectful than Floyd. So if Adrian Broner would have kept winning, he'd have been dinner richer than Floyd. Because everybody wanted to see AB get his ass whooped. Everybody was going to pay to see AB lose. All AB had to do was keep winning. Only if he would have kept winning, bro, that motherfucker would have been insane. Insane rich, bro. His paychecks would have been crazy.
Pay to see him win, maybe he could get some people to pay to see him win and others to pay in hopes that he would get his big mouth shut for once. Floyd's promotional efforts paid off big time, achieving 2.4 million pay-per-view buys, making it the highest grossing non-heavyweight pay-per-view event ever. Mayweather walked up to the ring wearing a sombrero and a bedazzled Mexican flag to taunt Mexican fans rooting for...
Boy, Floyd's so disrespectful, bro, it's crazy. But he was looking at AB crazy. You was doing the same shit, Floyd. I think Adrian Broner just did a little better because his mouth was reckless. So really, you paint the blueprint for AB to get money. When you signed AB was just too much to handle, I guess. Can't get mad at AB, bro. He followed your steps, bro. He stepped in with a Mexican, just to disrespect the Mexicans. That shit fried.
De La Hoya, but when they entered the ring, it was clear that Mayweather was going to have to pull out every defensive tool he had in his arsenal. De La Hoya had a deadly focus, and all of Floyd's mental tricks seemed to be meaningless as he continued to find himself back into a corner. It was the toughest match that either of them had ever fought, and Floyd barely came out on top with a technical victory. Mayweather ended up winning by split decision, securing him the WBC welterweight championship title and keeping his perfect unbeaten record. Floyd Mayweather Jr. had officially reached the top of the mountain in boxing, and this fight earned him a staggering $25 million. He had nothing left to prove, and at the end of the fight, he announced his retirement from the sport.
Bro, if I made $25 million, bro, I'm talking shit too. I'm gonna be the villain, I'm gonna be the bad guy. I'm doing all that shit, bro. Just to make that 25 million, bro, I'm talking crazy cash shit. You know what I'm saying? If motherfucker made 25 million, you gotta be the bad guy just to make some bread. It's crazy.
This was the official end of Pretty Boy Floyd and the beginning of Floyd Money Mayweather, touting himself as a CEO and business tycoon. Well, it turns out that Floyd's retirement was just a way to avoid him fighting Oscar De La Hoya again. Oscar put a rematch clause in their contract, meaning Floyd legally had to run it.
Damn, Floyd didn't want to fight, bro, again? If I beat you once, bro, fuck it, I'm gonna beat you again. Fuck all that. If I whoop you once, I'm gonna whoop you again. You told me Floyd retired, so he had to fight bro again. I ain't know that. Oscar, bro, you got your ass whooped again for that 25 mil. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Back, but Floyd officially retired for 1 year and 1 day so he could fight someone else. Probably his one and only genius business move. In his next bout, Floyd knocked out Ricky Hatton in the 10th round in a match that earned him another
R.I.P. Ricky, man.
$25 million. He was now in a position where he felt completely dominant over all his potential opponents, and now his only motivation to fight was based on how much money he could extract from the deal.
Because I gave the sport my whole life, so I really don't, as of right now, I'm really bored with the sport of boxing. With the De La Hoya fight, I really didn't want to come back to the sport. But then I told you, if I do business with Oscar and they give me a price that I can't resist, he gonna get me back in there, and they gave me a price I couldn't resist, so I had to get in there.
Trainer Roger Mayweather thinks it will.
I will Oscar for that 25
walk
million.
Away from another huge payday.
He got paid a lot. He fought him again.
So you know what that means? That if a man can make that kind of money in one night.
For 25 million, bro, Oscar, I'd have fought you 5 times. Matter of fact, I won't have to fight nobody ever again. We could have lined it up. Floyd Oscar 1, Floyd Oscar 2, Floyd Oscar 3. My whole career could have been against Oscar. And then I would have retired. We'd have fought 10 motherfucking times for 25 million. The fuck?
How else you gonna get it?
Instead of fighting, Money Mayweather was now flaunting stacks of cash and purchasing luxury cars.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's $1 million right there.
It's evident Floyd knew how to count, but didn't really know how to save for the IRS.
This motherfucker just walking around with $1 million in a duffel bag is crazy. He could have put that shit in the motherfucking retire, just anywhere. He could put that motherfucker could have been making money for him. He could have put that in stocks some motherfucking where. He could have just been making money, just sitting there making money, doubling. And he got a lot of money, so that compound interest would have been double the fuck by now. He just walking around in a bag.
Mayweather paid $15.5 million in taxes for 2001 and 2003 through 2007, only after the IRS filed liens against him. And coughing up that amount of cash is not easy, even for someone like Floyd, which is why some suspected he might only be coming back to boxing for a payday.
You're a man of many things, but you're a master of nothing.
I seem to be occupying my job,
IRS is a
as you
scam.
often say. You're just a guy with a job. I have a job, though. So who would you fight next?
And guess what? Your job don't pay like my job.
Well, it depends.
Your job don't pay like my job.
That brings me to another point. Why are you coming back?
I can make $200 million in 18 months because I want to. Because I want to come back and steal some more money. Is that okay with you?
It's fine.
Okay,
I enjoy watching your fights.
Okay.
Who might be next?
It doesn't matter.
He one of them that want Floyd to get his ass whooped. You can tell. Just look at his face. He want Floyd to get his ass whooped. And he's going to pay to see that. And guess where that money going, my boy? In Mayweather's pockets. That's why Mayweather got rich. Because of people like him want to see people like him lose. So you're going to pay to see it.
All right, how about Manny Pacquiao?
If he wanted, he can get it.
Mayweather's next bout was against Juan Manuel Marquez, and the IRS sent Nevada boxing regulators a levy notice in 2009 ordering that $5.6 million in unpaid taxes will be deducted from Mayweather's $10 million purse, to which Mayweather agreed to, but this was nowhere near the end of his tax troubles.
Where the fuck is all this money going to? Like Drake said, wherever IRS is doing, the money I'm giving them is very troubling. Where's that going, bro? Please, where's IRS taking this money? Because y'all show ain't fixing these roads out here with potholes and shit. Making better schools and this and that to make, you know what I'm saying? Where is it going? Y'all just taking the money for what?
The IRS had Floyd Mayweather Jr. on the hook for $7.2 million in taxes from 2010, according to tax records that show a lien as unresolved for the year he fought Shane Mosley. In that fight from 2010, Floyd won a staggering $40 million. It was these kinds of paydays that allowed Floyd to keep flaunting larger and larger stacks of cash and wearing expensive watches, all while his debts to the government were constantly creeping up behind him. However, Mayweather's tax attorney, Jeffrey Morse, told the Associated Press that the 2010 lien was no longer valid. There is no tax obligation outstanding for the 2010 tax year, Morse wrote, even though county court records still showed the matter as unresolved. Morse later told FightHype.com that Floyd's a savvy investor, and if he's investing money and getting a rate of return that far exceeds what he has to pay the IRS in interest, then any smart business person is going to take advantage of that deferral. Basically, they're trying to suggest that since the IRS charges a 7% interest rate on money owed, that Floyd was investing his money into things that were getting him more than a 7% return to essentially profit off not paying his taxes, and then just simply waiting until they essentially bang down his door to get the money from him. And although there are much better ways to increase business expenses and take some calculated losses to offset tax liabilities, it's not impossible that this is his strategy, but Floyd has never remotely given any insight to convince anyone that he is a savvy
Bro, Floyd Mayweather got so much money. Where's his team at? You tell me he couldn't put a team together to get him right with all this taxes shit, even though taxes is really a fucking scam. Taxes is a scam. It's some shit they made up for the rich people. For people like us, signed off taxes so rich people can pay. The government like, you know what? We already got the non-wealthy people to sign off on this shit. We about to make everybody pay taxes now. It started off with the rich people paying it, have to paying it. Now everybody got to fucking pay it. Just because the low class signed off to it. They done tricked the low class to sign some shit for the rich people. The whole time it backfired. Now everybody got to pay fucking taxes. And now the rich people done figure out the way to not have to pay taxes by doing this charity and doing that, and you know what I'm saying? They fuck themselves over with the taxes shit. Y'all sign off on that shit. Now everybody gotta do taxes. Just because y'all want the rich people to, you know what I'm saying? Shit's fried, bro. The world is fried.
He defaults to just saying he makes investments.
I make very, very smart investments.
What have you been doing since you've been retired other than hanging out with your kids? Are you doing any work outside your foundation?
Oh, just smart investments. Very, very smart investments.
But when you look at Floyd's very public spending habits into luxury cars.
Like, come on, bro. Do you really need that motherfucking Batmobile? All white? Did you really need that shit? I can only imagine how much that shit costs. How much that shit costs? $500,000? I know I can be fucking off. It can probably be more than that. How much is this car, bro? That shit is not needed for nothing. A car is not an investment. Buying a house, to me, is not a fucking investment. That's not an investment, bro. Floyd got the worst spending habits ever, bro. That shit is not investments, bro. That shit's
overpriced jewelry, private flights. It's hard to tell
watches,
if
chains.
Avoiding taxes was a calculated investment strategy or simply someone who didn't want to write a...
That shit is not investments, bro. You can't tell me all that money he got, he come put the team together so they can get him right.
Check to the IRS. However, none of us would have really known about Floyd's money troubles if it weren't for his complicated friendship with 50 Cent. Because after Floyd refused to pay 50, he didn't hold back from exposing the Money Mayweather facade. In 2011, the friendship between Mayweather Jr. and 50 Cent started.
The one thing you don't want to do is beef with 50 Cent, bro. That's the last thing on your bucket list that you want to do. Leave 50 Cent alone, bro. Go the other fucking way, bro. That's not the dude that you want to go against, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. 50 Cent is the most pettiest motherfucker alive. You don't want to go against 50 Cent, bro. Leave that man the fuck alone.
To become more of an official business partnership when Floyd announced a new film company called Mayweather Productions using the infrastructure from 50 Cent's Cheetah Vision Films. The first movie was going to be an action film titled Tomorrow Today. 50 Cent was set to write and direct it, and shooting was planned for August 2011 in Grand Rapids, Michigan. It came alongside a reported $200 million investment deal for Cheetah Vision to produce and release 10 movies distributed by Lionsgate. All of a sudden, they were constantly seen side by side in commercials, magazine magazine covers, and formed TMT, which is an acronym for the Money Team. It seems like a fair assumption that 50 Cent had access to the entertainment industry, which Floyd presumably wanted to make money in, and then Floyd had access to the boxing industry that 50 Cent presumably wanted to invest in. Floyd said, "As far as boxing, I think 50 is going to be involved with the promotion side. We might even have him fight on pay-per-view one time. We don't know what the future holds, but he is getting involved with boxing." Unfortunately, when Floyd...
50 Cent is the most smartest motherfucker out there when it comes to getting money. Investing money, investing companies. Floyd should have stayed with 50. I don't know what Floyd was on, bro, but me and 50 would have been like this for the rest of our life, because 50 know what the fuck he doing. He just sold out his shoes not even some days ago. They ain't sell out back then, but now he's selling the fuck out. How? We don't know, because 50 Cent got a fucking team. 50 Cent smart than a bitch, Floyd. You should have stayed with 50. I would have stayed with 50 Cent. I'm not gonna lie. He's a businessman. Floyd just got a shit ton of money and tried to become a businessman, but didn't have the right team to become that.
Was getting in trouble with the law, their partnership started to crumble. You see, Floyd had a bit of a history of violence outside of the ring. He was convicted in 2002 of misdemeanor battery stemming from a fight with 2 women at a Las Vegas night.
Bro, what the fuck you fighting 2 women and bro, for what? Bro, if I had that much money, bro, you won't catch me at no nightclub. I'm not in a nightclub. If I'm at a nightclub, I'm owning the nightclub. If I'm Floyd Mayweather, I'm not touching the street outside, because the motherfuckers gonna want to try you and try to get paid, bro. It's not happening.
Club. He received a suspended 1-year jail sentence and was ordered to undergo impulse control counseling. He was fined in Grand Rapids in February 2005 and ordered to perform community service after pleading no contest to misdemeanor assault and battery for a bar fight. He was acquitted by a Nevada jury in July 2005 after being accused of hitting and kicking his ex-girlfriend Josie Harris during
Why are you hitting and kicking
a
a
Las
woman,
Vegas
Floyd?
nightclub.
Man, we got too much money to be doing this.
Having a short fuse is no surprise to most. I mean, how could we forget his legendary crash out against 80-year-old Larry Merchant?
We got way too much money.
Aggressive and trying and taking advantage of what you know what I'm gonna do, because you don't ever give me a fair shake. You know that? So I'm gonna let you talk to Victor Ortiz, all right? I'm through. They put somebody else up and give me an interview.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
You never give me a fair shake. HBO needs to fire you. You don't know about boxing. You ain't you're not
show is 50 years younger and I'd kick your ass.
Don't do shit and do nothing.
But this temper becomes particularly problematic when he puts his hands on the mother of his children, especially in front of them. When facing domestic violence charges again in 2010, he knew the odds were stacked against him. He admitted to hitting his now ex, Josie Harris, and twisting her arm, and decided to take a plea deal, receiving a guilty verdict and spending 90 days in jail. Initially, 50 and Floyd continued like it was business as usual, hyping up fans regarding a possible fight with boxing legend Manny Pacquiao. 50 even started trolling by tweeting, "Pac Manny ducking because he know he gonna get his ass handed to him. I told Floyd beat his ass before he go to jail," holding stacks of money to show the money team was still locked in. 50 Cent was even there to pick up Floyd from jail with the rest of the Mayweather family after his sentence was up in the summer of 2012. But when Floyd got out, everything changed. 50 said, "Everybody around him is waiting on the next time he feels generous, and I have a lot, so I don't wait for nobody. It's just a space and time. I'll go and do what I have to do."
50 Cent done picked him up. When you got locked up and got released, 50 Cent done picked you up. If I was you, bro, I'd have been like this with 50 Cent. We'd have been cool. 50 Cent loyal, bro. You should have stayed down with 50, bro. He'd have helped you out, bro. He'd help you out right now, man. I don't even know why you broke that relationship. Y'all could have done it, took over the world, bro. Real talk.
I don't gotta sit around and wait for the next time he feels like giving somebody something. From there, 50 would reveal Floyd's extreme lack of business acumen as the reason why they had a falling out.
Now, what do you mean he changed his mind?
Like, as he was actually going into jail, he asked me to help him with Mayweather Promotions.
Right.
Then as he actually got in and I took a look, I realized there is no Mayweather Promotions. There's no LLC, there's no seal, it's not incorporated, it's just
a name that comes out people's mouth.
Technically,
hold on, y'all, hold it down for me.
Fights on every Golden Boy card. They do all the footwork on
like
every
the
show.
negotiations and the imprint, the paperwork.
They build the whole show. When he says helping with Mayweather Promotions and it's not there, I go, okay, I know what he means. He wants me to
get it together.
Put it together for him. So I do TMT promotions. I get it all the way together. Sign the actual fighters. I brought him over while Floyd was, still incarcerated. Then he comes home. There's the Let's Get Floyd Back in Pocket campaign that goes on where, it's $300,000 chains being bought and buying him the new Lamborghini and all these new things. And I'm sitting there going, yo, when you gonna give me the money?
Because you're already invested.
Right, like when you gonna give me your half of the money back. But I ain't trying to press him because he just got out of jail.
Now either 50.
What if you could make a song using only your voice? Let's start with the drums. I'm gonna hit drums and click cover. Yes. This is good. Okay, perfect. I feel like this song needs a rhythm guitar. Dun, 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 dun. Changing it to guitar. I'm gonna type in rhythm guitar. Okay, I like this track. I'm gonna copy it to the main. All right, now we're adding some bass. Bum 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 bum. Okay, let's click on bass, and I'm gonna just click cover. Yes, I like this. Okay, good. All right, adding a synth for the chorus. Pulsing ambient synth. Ooh, that's awesome. Okay, I'm gonna copy the synth to the main track. Let's add a shaker. I'm going to click on percussion, and here I'm just typing in shaker and clicking cover. Let's add it to the main track. Now let's put it all together, and I'm gonna sing.
Absolutely unexpected. Maybe that's the best part. Yeah, I know that we connected. Not just music, but all our hearts. I know based on my track record, I tend to pick the worst. I know I deserve a good guy. Maybe you could be the first. I know we all grow from our past mistakes, 'cause now you're a risk that I'm willing to take. You're making the hours fly by. You're making me smile so wide. Now I've never felt more like myself than when
He was being misleading on purpose, or he just kind of mixed up his words. He said Mayweather Promotions wasn't incorporated, which is just false. Public records and court filings from many years earlier already referenced Mayweather Promotions LLC, meaning the company did exist. What he could have meant was that Mayweather Promotions wasn't properly licensed as a promoter in Nevada, and that Floyd was essentially a Golden Boy Promotions fighter, which does seem to check out, because Golden Boy was the licensed promoter for all of Floyd's fights from 2007 to 2014. Mayweather Promotions was listed as the co-promoter. Now, I think it's a safe assumption that Golden Boy was the company that was working with the Athletic Commission, securing the venue, arranging insurance, coordinating production, negotiating television and pay-per-view distribution, handling sponsorships, overseeing ticket sales, and making sure that the event actually happened. Floyd, on the other hand, most likely was just a fighter, just like he...
Bro, Floyd needed a fucking team. All this bread, bro, and you just... My boy needed a team, bro. That's all he was missing, was a good team. The right people around you. A business team at that. He said, man, I got millions of dollars. I don't really need people. I don't need nobody around me. Bitch, I am the team. I am the boss. No, bro, you needed a little help. Everybody need help, bro. He needed some help. He needed it.
He had always been his entire career. And sure, he is technically independent and negotiating his pay on his own behalf, but the Mayweather Promotions being on the flyer makes it look like he was running this boxing empire. And that context matters when we talk about the formation of the Money Team, which was supposed to be a joint venture boxing promotion between 50 and Floyd. It is true that while Floyd was locked up, the Money Team had not been legally incorporated, and 50 Cent went through the process of setting up the legal entity.
I'm saying, he should have stayed with 50 Cent. 50 Cent, boxing promotion company. 50 Cent, bro. That's the friend you want, Floyd. 50 Cent's the guy you want on your team for the rest of your life. He try to help you out, bro. I don't know what happened. TMC, 50 Cent, everybody saying the link, friendship or undefeated. He try to get you right, Floyd. All that money, bro. Sometimes you gotta just sit there and listen. 50 would have got you right, bro. 50 would have got you right.
50 even went further and started signing fighters to the promotion and wanted to start the process of setting up fights. But then Floyd wouldn't put up his half of the money that was invested. And then
why not? You got the bread, Floyd. You got way too much fucking money, bro. Imagine if he would have actually put that half or 50 half. Imagine what y'all would have did, what y'all would have created. Y'all have made so much fucking money together. It's ridiculous, bro. Y'all have made a shit ton of money if you'd have put your half with 50 half. That's probably what a fell-out happened. I done helped you. I done picked you up from jail. I done started this whole little boxing thing and signed fighters underneath my company just to try to get you right, to help you out. And all I needed from you was go half of me, meet me in the middle, and we'd have been straight. Floyd said, fuck that. I got millions. I don't need help for shit. I don't need nothing. I'm a boss. Now Floyd's selling his watches, selling his cars, probably selling his houses. Just because there's one little move right here. Imagine if he would have did that with 50 Cent. I guarantee he wouldn't be selling shit, bro. I guarantee he wouldn't be had to sell nothing. Not a damn dime. If him and 50 Cent would have partnered up. Ego shit, bro. Y'all gotta let the ego shit go. Y'all gotta let the ego go, bro. Y'all gotta let that shit go, bro. Somebody should have sat down with Floyd and like, listen, bro. I need you to go ahead and, put the half in with 50 Cent. You got the money. You probably about to go spend that shit on a Bugatti any motherfucking ways. You might as well just put that shit in a business plan just to make your, you know what I'm saying? Your growth get bigger. Somebody should have sat down with Floyd and talked to him. 50 Cent, bro, I'll go half with you. I ain't got whatever, half it is, but bro, I'll go half with you. I'm listening to everything. What we doing, bro? Let's both be businessmen. Let's run this shit, bro. I'm listening. You can't coach a motherfucker that ain't coachable. And it sounds like Floyd ain't coachable. The only person that can teach Floyd anything was his Uncle Roger. R.I.P. him. Other than that, you can't teach Floyd shit. Floyd don't want to know. He don't give a fuck. He got too much money to be listening to anybody, I guess. He don't give a fuck, bro. He should have listened to 50, though. If anybody was looking out for you or somebody to pick you up from jail or prison or whatever, you should have listened to 50 Cent, bro. That was his downfall. I know that was Floyd Mayweather downfall, is not listening to 50 Cent. 50 Cent would have got you all the way right, bro. He'd have got you together. That's a true businessman. He know the business. Water, vitamin water, the motherfucking, the liquor, alcohol game, he got movies on lock. He got TV series on lock, stars, bro. He got all that shit, bro. You should just listen to him. And you want to keep retiring boxing, I'm going to retire after I fight him. You could have retired. You and 50 could have made a whole movie. Y'all could have made series. Y'all could have had a whole alcohol, liquor. Floyd probably do got a motherfucking liquor brand. I don't know. I haven't heard of it. I heard of 50 Cent shit. Floyd probably do got a water or, he probably got that. I haven't heard of it. I heard 50 Cent vitamin water when he had it. 50 Cent had motherfucking shoes, clothes brand. Bro had video games, bulletproof. He had too much. If Floyd was fucking smart, he'd have took that hand 50 Cent was handing out, bro. I'm like, hell yeah, 50, let's do this shit, bro. You know what? I'm on board, bro. Because it seems like you know what you're doing when it comes to this business shit. 50 Cent is business suave. You know what the fuck he's talking about. Too much ego.
Went on to tell 50 that he basically never asked him to do this joint venture in the first place.
When is he gonna say he wants to, to give me the other half of it?
Bro, 50 Cent's an asshole, but he's loyal, bro. He's a loyal guy. If you got somebody like 50 Cent in your corner, I feel like you should be loyal back, bro. You should listen, because it ain't that many loyal people out here. People say, I love you all day. I love you. Fuck all that love shit. I don't need your love. You hear me? I don't need that shit. I'd rather have loyalty than love. A motherfucker love you and then switch up on you because they don't love you no more. Loyalty don't go no fucking where. Loyalty is loyalty. They're not a loyal person that gonna let nobody talk about you in a room they in. It ain't happening. If 50 Cent and Floyd was cool than a bitch, and somebody said something about Floyd and 50 in the room, I guarantee 50 Cent gonna snatch their ass up and say something. Somebody to love you, nah. Fuck all that love shit, bro. Fuck all that.
Well, I gotta ask you for it. And then
Loyalty, baby.
Are we talking over $2 million?
It's about that.
Oh, okay.
At that point, it was, invested in.
All right.
So look, he goes, when he finally does bring up the situation, he acted like he didn't know anything. Like, I didn't tell y'all to do that. I didn't tell you to do that. And I'm looking at him, and he looked in my face, and he told me to do that.
Now, the big question is, why wouldn't Floyd want to go into business with 50? Like, where was the misunderstanding? 50 basically says he's nothing more than a fighter, and that he doesn't know all of the complicated and detailed steps of what it actually takes to put on a pay-per-view event. But he takes it a step further and says Floyd doesn't do anything without the assistance of others. He doesn't even tweet.
That's not Floyd. Floyd don't tweet.
Wow.
That's not him on Instagram. He got somebody next to him. See, everybody around him is codependent. So they're going to roll with what he says regardless.
But do he tell them type this? He got to tell them to type this, though.
Like, they'll tell him what to say. Like, as soon as you get confused, he's going to go, okay, fine. Just call out.
Right.
It gets confusing, and then he just goes, just call out.
Now, finding out a professional boxer pays people to do literally everything for him is not surprising. The problem is that Floyd parades himself as a smart investor and savvy businessman, when in reality,
he's not an investor nor he's not a businessman. Floyd is neither one of them. He's a great fucking boxer that accumulate millions and millions of dollars. He don't know how to handle this business shit. It'd be nice if he did. He wouldn't be had to sell all his fucking shit that he got, bro. Only if he would have stuck with 50, bro.
50 revealed that he just fights, spends all his money, then fights again to make the money back.
That's all he do.
Him making the decision.
And I like Floyd.
Put up his half of the actual money is fine. It's kind of trapped in a regimen of fight, get the money, spend the money, fight. Fight, get the money, spend the money, fight. There's no investments, no income from anywhere outside of him fighting. I look forward to having him be involved in situations where he can continuously have income so he doesn't run into what so often fighters run into at the end of the career, not having any financial support or money around.
After cutting ties with Floyd, 50 Cent repeatedly hinted that he was doing business with Manny Pacquiao and even suggested that the two would work together.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on.
Jesus, bro. All you got to do is listen, Floyd. All that money and that ego, bro.
No partnership ever emerged, so 50 resorted to doing what he does best, trolling. A perfect example is when Floyd went out of his way to touch T.I.'s wife Tiny at a red carpet event, and 50 Cent made a video pretending to call Mayweather and tell him to chill out because T.I. might get violent.
Chat, what the f is going on, man? Niggas tell me you down there at the Fat Burger fighting over Tiny. Now that's T.I., man. You gonna cause these niggas to buy more guns in Atlanta.
Floyd responded to 50 in an interview where he said, "God has blessed me with an unbelievable talent, with fast feet, fast hands, unbelievable defense, and a very, very sharp mind. So I'm thankful."
He didn't bless you of being a businessman at all. God blessed me with being an unbelievable talent. That's facts. Fast feet, facts. Fast hands, facts. Great defense, facts. He should have blessed you how to become a fucking businessman, bro. An entrepreneur, bro. That'll go real far. Then learn how to throw a fast fucking jab. Learn how to make money, hold money, keep money, and make money work for you. That's what he should have blessed you with. Cause now you in a fucking hole.
Thankful for that. Of course, hip-hop artists, they come and go. They come and go, but I'm still here.
A lot of these rap artists rap about certain things, but I really live it. Like, every home that I have is paid for. Every car that I have is paid for. And I am a $100 million man.
That's not a business though, bro.
The truth. It's not a lie. I mean, if these guys claim that they're doing certain numbers and certain units, we'll see. My fight is already sold out.
50 woke up the next day and responded to Floyd's comments with one of his most iconic videos ever.
Woke up, I look at the computer say, Floyd said, T.I. Nelly 50. I'm like, what did he say me for? Nelly your first baby mama, Melissa, just took your fiance. Say that nigga.
The internet exploded, and Fifth wanted to keep the laughs coming. So in honor of the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge trend, he decided to challenge Floyd.
This is a special ASLELS challenge for you, Floyd. If you can read one full page of a Harry Potter book, nigga, I'll give $750,000 to whatever charitable organization you want to.
This motherfucker said one page, bro. Not the whole book. He told his ass to read one page, bro. 50 Cent, bro, I'm telling you. If you beef with 50 Cent, bro, you might as well get ready to fight this motherfucker. I'm fighting him. I'm fighting 50. I'm not doing all that talking. I'm not doing all that back and forth over the internet. All this joking, bro. You gotta swing on 50 Cent. If you going back and forth 50 Cent, you gotta swing on this motherfucker. Hold on, man. Yeah, I thought I fucked up. My goofy ass ain't even had a fucking screen on, man.
The bucket ice, man.
Fifth sensed that Floyd might not be able to read the Harry Potter book, so he made some changes to his challenge.
I had a phone call from my man Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy said if Floyd accepts the challenge, then he'll put it on the actual show, so you can read it on the show. We don't want to put pressure on you. We know you can't pronounce those words in that Harry Potter book, so we're going to let you read Cat in the Hat.
Sadly, Floyd never accepted the challenge. He only responded with a picture of some multi-million-dollar checks saying, "Read this $72 million." Over the years, 50 Cent continuously mocked Floyd's reading capabilities and intellect, writing out hilarious messages pretending to be Floyd. And 50's trolling was so devastating that to this day, people still make fun of Floyd for allegedly not being able to read. And while the insight that 50 gave us into Floyd's life and lack of business intellect is technically just hearsay, considering how bad Mayweather's finances are today, it seemed like 50 Cent was right all along. Floyd did another big money fight, securing a $32 million purse for a rematch against Marcos Maidana. And around this time, Instagram was reaching mainstream popularity, which was perfect for Floyd to constantly flex his wealth. He'd post videos of himself working out while his paid entourage wanders around his gym and scrolls on their phones. He'd post poor quality videos of him panning over watches that had enough diamonds and gems to buy a small suburban neighborhood. He'd show off his massive luxury car collection of customized Ferraris, Bugattis, and Lamborghinis. And in 2014, his collection reached new heights after he purchased an over $50 million Gulfstream G650.
Bro, all that shit is not needed, bro. Why do you need all that, bro? That shit is not needed, man. Dumbass watches. This motherfucker bought his own airplane with his name on it.
Named Harry Mayweather, fully customized and branded with the Money Team logo. And leading up to his next super fight with Manny Pacquiao in 2015, he was eager to show off his custom-built Las Vegas home that he nicknamed the Big Boy Mansion for approximately
I'll make you a bet. Try whisper flow once. Just once.
Motherfucker get money, don't know what the fuck to do with it. Motherfuckers get bread and don't know what to do with it, bro.
Floyd got Stephen A. Smith from ESPN to do an MTV Crib-style tour to portray himself as one of America's greatest entrepreneurs.
A little bit over 20,000 square feet, 3 or 4 levels.
Money Mayweather, seems appropriate that you would be living in Vegas.
My mentality is always about, working smarter, not harder.
Floyd's tour of his Big Boy Mansion didn't really seem off the cuff or natural. It looked very rehearsed, like he almost practiced everything that he said in this interview, especially at the end when he showed this wood chopping station outside of his house.
Have to go back to where it all started from.
Chopping wood?
Yeah, chopping wood. It's a method to how you chop. It's like
The hype surrounding his upcoming match with Manny Pacquiao was somehow bigger than De La Hoya. With 57 wins, 5 losses, 2 draws, and 38 knockouts, Manny was a legendary matchup. However, Floyd was concerned that beating Manny, who had recently suffered from injuries and was way past his prime, wouldn't really benefit his legacy.
I'm in a no-win situation, no matter what happens. If I beat Manny Pacquiao, you know what they're gonna say? You supposed to beat him. You Floyd Mayweather. You the bigger man. And then if I outbox him, they're gonna say it was a boring fight.
And honestly, Floyd's not wrong here, because the truth is, he should have fought Pacquiao.
Bro, the end of the day, Floyd should have listened to what 50 Cent said. He should have stayed cool with 50 Cent. He should have did that business with 50 Cent. He should have put half and half with 50 to make more money. And he probably wouldn't be in his little bankrupt, baby mama gotta pay, I gotta sell my jewelry. Floyd ain't gotta do none of that, bro. If him and 50 Cent would have just stayed like this. That's all he had to do. Stay cool with 50 Cent. That's all he had to do. It seems. Seemed like that was his downfall. Fuck 50. I don't need you, 50. You did. At the end of the, yeah, you did. I ain't gonna hold you. Floyd, you needed that, man. Ain't no wrong with needing people. Surround yourself with people that's trying to help you. Not a bunch of yes mans that's just gonna say yes to everything you do. Is Floyd really going broke like that? I don't know his check. You know, I don't know his balance or his account. I don't know. I highly doubt that he's losing that, you know, going broke, but he probably losing a shit ton of money. And it all stems from him and 50 Cent. He should have just listened to him. Now he gotta sell all his good assets or whatever you want to call them. Now he gotta sell this shit. Man, make sure y'all like and subscribe, man. I'll keep going, but my moral of the story, he should have listened to 50 Cent. I'm out, man.